Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting topic to dive into.
What if I told you that the secrets to surviving this crazy market were actually written down more than 70 years ago? Well, today we're going to crack open the playbook of a true Wall Street legend to find some trading rules that are just as powerful now as they were then. And it all starts with this guy. So this is W.D. Gann. Back in 1949, after a solid 45 years of navigating everything, panics, crashes, you name it, he published his big work, 45 Years in Wall Street. But he wasn't just dropping a few tips, he was trying to solve the one big puzzle that still drives traders crazy today. And that puzzle is this. Why do the great majority of people who buy and sell stocks lose money? And look, that's not me asking the question. That is the exact question W.D. Gann himself asked right on page 4 of his book. He spent his entire career trying to answer it, and believe me, his insights are maybe even more relevant today.
To really get his solution, we first have to understand that the problem he was looking at, well, it hasn't really changed. Human nature, and by extension the market, has this way of staying pretty consistent.
Okay, does this sound familiar at all? Gann wrote those exact words in 1949. But you could post that sentence on some financial forum right now, and nobody would even blink. It's just this powerful reminder that feeling totally lost and confused by the market, that's a truly timeless experience.
So if the feelings are the same, what about the mistakes? Gann absolutely thought so. He didn't think people failed because of bad luck or because the system was rigged. Nope. He believed they failed because of 3 very specific and very fatal flaws.
All right, so here they are straight from the man himself. Number 1, they overtrade. They just buy and sell way too much for the amount of capital they actually have. Number 2, they don't place stop-loss orders. I mean, that's basically like driving a car with no brakes, right? You're just waiting for a crash. And finally, number 3, a simple lack of knowledge.
And Gann does not pull any punches here. He flat out says that a lack of knowledge is the single most important reason people fail. He saw so many people trading on rumors, on hope, on a gut feeling, but not on any kind of real understanding. So the key takeaway here, this isn't just about knowing facts. It's about having a professional process.
So, if a lack of knowledge is the disease, then what was Gann's prescription? Well, it was a very strong dose of rules. And not just suggestions or guidelines. He called them his never-failing rules, a whole system for navigating the markets.
And there they are, his 24 rules for success. Now, this isn't just some random collection of good ideas. It's a complete system, designed from the ground up to protect your money and take emotion out of the equation. We're not going to go through all 24, but let's definitely hit the big ones, the cornerstones of his whole philosophy.
Okay, rule number 1 is the foundation for absolutely everything else. Never ever risk more than 1/10 of your capital on any single trade. This rule is designed to fight that gambler's urge to go all in on what feels like a sure thing. It guarantees that no single bad trade can wipe you out. It lets you stay in the game long enough to actually learn something and succeed.
And this next one, oh man, Gann is relentless about this. He says, I cannot repeat too many times the value of using stop-loss orders. Think about what this rule does. It forces you to decide your absolute maximum loss before you're in the heat of the moment, before all that emotion kicks in. It's your pre-planned escape hatch, and it's what saves you from that dangerous thought, oh, it'll come back.
And this really just illustrates the main battle every single trader faces. Are you trading based on the total chaos of hope, greed, and fear? Or are you trading based on the discipline of logic in an actual system? Gann's entire philosophy is about getting you out of that first camp and firmly into the second.
A lot of his rules are really just pure psychology management, like never let a profit run into a loss. This one fights that greed that makes us all hold on for just a little too long, only to watch a great trade turn into a loser. Or how about this one? Avoid taking small profits and big losses. He's directly attacking that human tendency to panic and cash out of our winners too early, while we stubbornly hope our losers will magically recover. It's a whole mental framework for how to trade like a pro.
So you have to wonder, after 45 years in the trenches, after coming up with all these detailed rules, what did Gann think was the single most important lesson he could ever pass on? Well, he actually tells us, right in the introduction to his book.
He writes, I have more income than I can spend for my needs, therefore my only object in writing this new book is to give to others the most valuable gift possible.
So what was it? What was this incredible gift? It wasn't some hot stock tip. It wasn't a secret formula.
It was knowledge. That one word, the very thing he said was the main reason people fail, is also the ultimate key to success. But what did he really mean by knowledge?
For Gann, knowledge wasn't about being some kind of genius. It was about treating trading like a business, like a profession. It meant you had to do the work, study the charts, learn the rules, and then act with the kind of confidence that only comes from preparation, not from a gut feeling or just taking a wild gamble.
And this is his final powerful message. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't expect to just walk in and perform surgery or build a bridge without years of study and sticking to incredibly strict rules. So why, he asks, should you expect to succeed in the markets with any less preparation?
So as we wrap this up, Gann's timeless wisdom really boils down to one simple but honestly pretty profound question for all of us. When you go to place a trade, are you acting like a professional with a set of rules? Or are you more like a gambler, just following a hope and a fear? How you answer that, well, that might just decide which side of the profit and loss statement you end up on.
இந்த வீடியோ உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்ததுன்னா லைக் பண்ணுங்க, ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க, சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you for watching.